Hello and welcome back. I am Jen Sorensen, like my hairnet. I don't know about you, but I tend to go down a rabbit hole sometimes on YouTube and get myself in trouble. The latest time has been around soap making. Yes, I've been watching a whole lot of soap making videos. It's addicting apparently, and I just spent a whole bunch of money because I'm ready to dive into this and try it myself. So I would love for you to join me on this journey. I have in front of me a kit from Bramble Berry. This is a melt and pour kit, and there are a couple different kinds that I've learned of soap making. There is this soap making where you make melt and pour. It is soap based out of glycerin. And this is an example of one that I got from Basin. You can see it here. It's still in the package, so it's a little shiny, but it is clear and it has what's called embeds, E-M-B-E-D-S. That's what all these flowers and stuff are inside of it. So this is kind of an artisan soap. Then you have what's called cold process, which is you combine all the ingredients cold. Melt and pour, you put it in the microwave and you melt it, and then you pour it with some additives. So if you've seen these kinds of soaps out there, artisan soaps, these are cold processed. So I got these from Royalty Soaps, which is one of the companies, one of the YouTube channels that has got me down this rabbit hole, as well as Bramble Berry. You're welcome. I'm sorry. But what I thought I would do is I want to go ahead and try my hand at both melt and pour, which is supposed to be the easiest, and then cold process, which is a bunch of the ingredients you see behind me. I figured we'd start with melt and pour, and then we'll get into the cold process over time here on the channel because I have a lot of ideas brewing. This could be dangerous, we'll see, but I want to learn. I love to craft, I love to design, I love to create. It's very therapeutic for me. And to me, the idea of learning something new, the idea of getting into something and just being creative in a different way, that's why I love quilting, and I'm hoping to take you on this journey with me as I try something completely different. And in a way, it kind of humbles me as I talk to you about quilting and teach you what I've learned over 15, 20 years of quilting. I'm at day one of soap making. So, you know, I told you at the very beginning, I love crafting. I love making things. And I think this is going to be a fun little journey to go on together. So let me bring you down and we're going to dive into, open up this kit, unbox it. I haven't peeked at all. Let's see what it's all about, and then we'll make some soap. All right, let's dive in. I have not opened this. I do know a little bit about what's inside this box because I have watched a video tutorial on this that is on Brambleberry's YouTube channel, and I did kind of research a few different kits to buy, and I did buy two others that I might take you through at some point as well. So I do have a few extra supplies over here that I know I'm gonna need, but let's see how this is packaged up. Let's see what this is all about, and let's dive in. Ooh, package tight. Unbox your creativity. I like the way this is set up. Okay, to start, we have instructions. What does it say? Items missing due to shortages. It says level beginner, time 1 hour, yield 8 to 10 bars, 1. So we have more inspiration. After you do this, there's another project. All right, here's what the kit includes. Mold, some melt and pour soap bases, fragrance oil, color blocks, only spray bottle with isopropyl alcohol. I'm guessing this is what is missing given the shortages right now. So let's open it up and see. We have the instructions here. And I like that that's in plastic to protect it during travel. All right, so this is a berry swirl soap. Here's the recipe. tools. So I'm going to need spoons, cutting board, knife, and an optional thermometer, 2 heat-safe containers, alcohol, mold, and then the ingredients. And we have step-by-step instructions here with some pictures. So I'm gonna put this off to the side so that I can see the instructions. I like that this is eco-friendly, the paper here. It can be a pain, but I do like that it's eco-friendly. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. Okay, we have melt and pour soap base right here. This is heavy, this soap base. It's pretty hefty, so I'd say that's about 1 pound. We have clear melt and pour soap base, which in my whole tornado of going down the rabbit's hole of YouTube, I've learned that if you were to mix, say, black pigments with these, if you mix it with the white, it's going to turn gray. And if you mix it with the clear, it will be black. Even though it feels like I'm gonna like the white better, the clear is supposedly better for color, get true color. This is gonna give you more pastels. I have a blackberry color block. It's a pretty color. It's kind of got some shimmer in it. Has a little bit of shimmer. Blush color block. And this has a little bit of shimmer to it too, mica or something like that. And then we have Bramble Berry fragrance oil. So this is trial size. Behaves well in cold process. Discolors to none in cold process. Shelf life 1 to 2 years. And this is Bramble Berry's fragrance. Let's see how it smells. It's kind of a floral berry. That's different. I kind of like that. I don't know, we'll see how it acts in the soap. So we'll put that there. And then we have a mold. Silicone. This is a sturdy, heavy-duty mold here. Some cardboard. And it's a hexagon shape, which as a quilter, you know me, I love hexagons. So this will be fun. All right. Let me get set up so I can follow the instructions and then we will make this together. Okay, I am ready to go. I've got all my equipment here, I think. This says it makes between 8 and 10 bars of these hexagon molds. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because I only have one of these molds, and maybe that's a little drawback, the instructions are for all of them. I think I'm going to cut the recipe in half so that I only make the 4. Because in my research, what I've seen is that if I were to reheat this melt and pour multiple times, that can lead to it sweating or getting a bunch of those little wet beads on top of your bar of soap. And I don't really want that. So I think I'm going to half this to only make the 4. And then I can make another batch another time or save the soap for, again, another time or another project. The first step is to prep the soap. So I would need to cut the block of clear soap base into small uniform pieces. And then I need to do the same for the white block. You're supposed to cut it into about 1-inch pieces. And then I'm going to add some of the colorant. And I'm gonna microwave them in 30-second bursts, stirring them in between. So why don't I do that? And then I'll bring you guys back here when I have the soap all melted. Okay, we've got some liquid soap here. It took probably about just under 2 minutes for these. So those were 1 pound blocks. So I did half a pound of melt and pour in each of these. So, you know, figure a full pound, maybe 4 minutes. I'm liking the color of this dark purple. I think I want the light purple plum to have a little bit more color. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit more of the color block off. So just cut a little bit more off, put it in, and the heat from this should help it melt in. And if it doesn't, then I can always put it on for a few more minutes. I'd rather under melt it than over melt it because I do not want burnt soap. Burnt soap. That does not sound like it would be good. And I can feel it thickening up a little bit, more so than this one. In the instructions, it gives an optimal temperature to pour. It says between 125 and 130. So I've got this handy dandy little thermometer that I can point at it. So this one's 130, which is perfect. This one's 132, 133. So if I stir this for another minute or just a couple, that should help it. I have some isopropyl alcohol, some 99% here that I was able to snag. I put it into this spray bottle and I've sprayed in here to kind of make sure it's sanitized. I did wash it as well off camera. All right, next step, I need to add the fragrance oil. So if I was doing the whole batch, I would add half of this to each. So I'm gonna add a quarter to each of these. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually about perfect, about halfway. Let's stir that in, make sure it's really incorporated. And I'm gonna kind of do a double stir here. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta keep moving. I was almost getting a film on that lighter one. Ooh, I can smell it. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the berry smell with a slight floral hint to it. All right, let's check the temperature again. I'm at 130, 129, so that's good. 128, perfect pouring temperature. So let me take the spoons out. And I don't know if you can tell, I have this silicone mat that I use for crafting that have put down on my countertops to protect them because I don't want to ruin my granite. And then I can just peel stuff right off of it. All right, this says pour both colors of soap in the mold at the same time and at different positions to get a swirl. Spritz each cavity with alcohol to pop the bubbles. There will be leftover soap, but I'm hoping not because I cut this in half, set aside for later. All right, what do you guys think? Can I do this? Let's see how this turns out. Can I do this evenly? I'm scared. Okay, okay. All right, we're swirling, we're swirling. Am I there? Am I there? Stopping. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, faster there. I don't know how to be even. Oh my gosh, this is tricky. How do I be even? Too much. Trying to get a swirl. Okay. That is pretty good. Okay, it says to spritz with alcohol to pop any air bubbles. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that actually popped them. Could you see some of them? There's a couple there. I didn't get them all. Maybe I wasn't fast enough. But let's unmold these, see how they are. I put this on a small plastic cutting board just so I could transfer it and move it easier. So what they say is to break the airlock and remove the mold from the sides. And then just kind of push up. These are heavy duty molds. Let's do this upside down. I got my hand underneath it to catch it. There we go. Okay. So it's not very swirled, but I can kind of see some of the lighter pink into the dark. I think I need to do a better job of moving around when I'm pouring, but I don't think I had as much control. This fits in the palm really nice. Like, I like how this feels, and this would be nice to use in the shower or even just washing your hands. So I like the shape of this. I'll probably use this mold again. I may even get a second one for if I want to do more with it, because I do like the shape of this. Let's try one. Let's try to get the rest of these out. Yep, this one feels like it wants to come out. And I can kind of see the airlock breaking. There it goes. It's coming out. So this one I've got a little bit around the edge. I'm just going to take this. Can I peel it off? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, same thing. I kind of poured too straight. I think I need to swirl it more as it was going in to get a different, I mean, I don't hate it, but that's not what the design was. I think they're all going to be pretty similar from what I can see from the underside. But we've got enough. You saw that I did half. Maybe off camera, I'll do another batch and see if I get the swirl down. Now it looks pretty good all around. Getting there, come on. I almost like the back side of this one best. Yeah, I might try this again and see if I can get more of a swirl effect. I can kind of see some swirling inside, so I bet as we use the bar, it's going to get swirled more. But I think as soon as I pour, I need to kind of swirl it. Well, there we go. 4 bars of soap.